In an auditorium, seats were arranged in rows and columns. The number of rows are equal to the number of seats in each row. When the number of rows was doubled and the number of seats in each row was reduced by 10, the total number of seats increased by 300. Find the number of rows in the original arrangement, the number of seats in the auditorium after the rearrangement. So this is the question. Okay, this is an interesting question with a small trick. That's it. We are given in an auditorium. Okay, auditorium in the sense it can be in square shape, it can be in rectangular shape, we don't know. Okay, seats were arranged in rows and columns. Okay, fine. We are having the seats to be arranged in rows and columns. Of course, true. The number of rows are equal to the number of seats in each row. Suppose for example, if we are having three rows in the sense, okay, then there will be 3 seats in each row. How does it look like? The rows are equal to columns, right? So the seats are arranged in a square shape. That is what they are coming to say. So the number of rows are equal to the number of seats in each row. That means if suppose we are having 10 rows, in each row there will be 10 seats. That is 10 rows and 10 columns we are going to have. That's it. Okay. So fine. Now when the number of rows are doubled, okay, the number of rows are going to be doubled now, and the number of seats in each row was reduced by 10, okay, the total number of seats increased by 300. So this is what is the given content here. Okay, fine. So now we are going to identify the number of rows in the original arrangement. Let us assume the number of rows in the original arrangement to be some x, okay. 10 rows in the sense, then there will be 10 seats in each row. So x rows in the sense, there will be x seats in each row, which means we are having x columns and we are having x rows. So how much will be the number of seats, children, in the original case? That is x in the form of rows, then x in the form of columns. So x into x, we will be having x squared number of seats. Yes or no? 3 rows means 3 seats in each row. So 3 into 3, 9 seats we are having. Same way, x rows means x rows in each, x seats in each row. So x rows into x columns. That's nothing but x squared number of seats. This is the actual arrangement. Now what they are coming to say? When the number rows was doubled and number of seats in each row was reduced by 10, the total number of seats increased by 300. So this is what is given. So we are having x rows actually, okay. We are told that the number of rows is doubled. So now the number of rows becomes 2x, okay. And we are told in each row, okay, the number of seats is reduced by 10. If suppose we are having x rows in the sense, we will be having x number of seats. That is the actual arrangement. From the actual arrangement, that is x number of seats in each row is now reduced by 10. So we are going to have x minus 10 number of seats in each row. This is from the actual arrangement only we are doing all this. Okay, the total number of seats is increased by 300. Increased by 300. Actually, if we have x rows and x seats in each row, we will be having x square number of seats. Now, we are going to have x square plus 300 number of seats. So, how we got this x square plus 300? Because in the new arrangement, we are going to have 2x rows. And in each row we are going to have x minus 10 number of seats. Okay. So their product is nothing but x square plus 300. So we are going to solve this equation only and to identify the number of rows in the original arrangement and number of seats in the auditorium after rearrangement. That is, we are actually having a square shaped auditorium where the seats are arranged in square shape. Okay. Now, after the modification, it has become the arrangement with a rectangular shape. That's it. Okay, that is what is mentioned here. Okay, so we are going to identify the number of rows in the original arrangement and the number of seats in the auditorium after rearrangement. Let's do it. So first thing, the number of rows in the original arrangement, we are going to take it as some x for convenience. Okay, now next, number of seats in each row, that will also be x again, which is x. Why both are x? Because it is mentioned in the question that the number of rows are equal to the number of seats in each row. That is, number of rows and columns are equal. That is what they have mentioned. Now we are going to identify the total number of seats in the original arrangement. So the total number of seats will be nothing but number of rows into number of columns. That is number of rows x into number of columns, which is nothing but the number of rows in each row. So x into x, which is x square. That is, we are having x square number of seats in the original arrangement. Now what has happened in the new arrangement? The number of rows is doubled. Okay. Number of rows here it is 2 times the original arrangement's number of rows. So 2x. Okay. Here the number of seats will be, okay, here what happens to the number of seats in each row? It is reduced by 10 from that of the original arrangement. So this will be x minus 10. Okay, so here total number of seats will be, that is, total number of seats, it will be number of rows 2x into number of seats in each row x minus 10. It is given that it is increased by 300 from that of the original arrangement. So we are having x square number of seats actually. This is increased by 300 in the new arrangement. That's it. We are going to solve this equation and identify what is x. That's it. Let's do it. So 2x into x, that will be 2x square. 2x into minus 10 minus 20x, which is equal to x square plus 300. Let's take all the terms one side so that it will be easy for identifying the quadratic equation. Let's take these two terms this side. So this will be 2x square plus x square comes to this side minus x square minus 20x, let me have, plus 300 comes to this side minus 300, which is equal to 0. Now 2x square minus x square will be x square minus 20x minus 300, which is equal to 0. That's it. Now we are supposed to solve this quadratic equation. We need to get minus 300 as the product of two numbers and minus 20 as the sum of two numbers. Let's see what we are going to do here. Since again this case is with multiples of 10, let's do easy multiplication. 30 into 10, 300. 30 minus 10, 20. We want minus 20 here. So that is possible when we are subtracting two numbers. We will be giving the greatest number sign to the solution. Okay. So it should be minus 30 and plus 10. So minus 30 into 10 minus 300. Minus 30 plus 10 will be minus 20. That's it. So the factors will be x minus 30 and x plus 10 equal to 0. That is, when we solve for the solution, x minus 30 will be x equal to 30. X plus 10 will be x is equal to minus 10. Okay. Having negative number of zeros is not possible. So this is not possible. Okay. So we can say that we are going to have 30 rows in the original arrangement. Okay, we are going to have 30 rows in the original arrangement. Now what's the next question? The number of seats in the auditorium after the rearrangement. So after the rearrangement, okay, what is the total number of seats actually? That is x square plus 300. We are talking about the total number of seats. It's not just the number of seats in each row. Total number of seats only we are talking about. That is x square plus 300. So total number of seats after rearrangement will be x square plus 300. That is 30 square plus 300. What is 30 square actually? 30 square, 3 3s are 9 and 2 zeros. 900 plus 300. That is 1200 seats we are going to have. That's it. Okay. Right? Thank you.